What is a real-life do not touch button that you pressed out of sheer curiosity, only to instantly regret it? Mine happened when I was 14. My uncle worked as a night security guard in an old office building, and sometimes during summer break he'd let me stay with him because I thought it was cool walking around empty hallways at night, pretending we were in a horror movie. There was one room in the basement he specifically told me not to enter. No explanation, just don't touch anything in there. Obviously, that made me want to see it even more. One night while he was upstairs doing rounds, I snuck down to the basement with my phone flashlight. At the end of the hallway was this heavy metal door with a faded warning sign. Inside was a tiny maintenance room filled with dusty pipes, electrical panels, and one strange red button under a cracked plastic cover. It literally looked like something from a movie. The label underneath said, "Emergency Power Reset." I remember staring at it for like a full minute thinking, there's no way this actually does anything. So I pressed it. Instant regret. Not flickered, completely dead. Then the building alarms started screaming. At first I panicked because I thought I broke the entire building, but then I heard something else. Footsteps. Not upstairs. Down the hallway with me. Slow, dragging, getting closer. I called out for my uncle thinking maybe he heard the alarms and came running down, but nobody answered. The footsteps stopped right outside the room. I could hear breathing, like someone standing directly behind the door. Then came 3 knocks. Slow, heavy, deliberate. My phone flashlight suddenly died, even though it was at like 70%. I don't think I've ever felt fear like that in my life. The door handle slowly moved downward. Right before it opened, all the power suddenly came back on. Lights flickered everywhere. Alarms stopped. And the hallway outside was completely empty. No footsteps, no person, nothing. My uncle came sprinting downstairs a few seconds later, looking genuinely terrified. Before I could even explain, he looked at the button and went pale. He asked me one question. "Did you hear anything after the power went out?" I lied and said no. Stared at me for a second and quietly said, "Good." We never talked about it again.